Hi guys, it's Kim from KK's Creations, and today I'm going to make a bee wreath. And I'm going to start with a 14-inch wreath frame, some pipe cleaners, and some 21-inch mesh. First thing I'm going to do is do 10-inch poofs around the inner ring. So I'm going to start by pulling this together. And then I'm going to put a zip tie around this. And you don't have to use a zip tie for this, but I just like to make sure that it's not going anywhere. Cut that off. So on this one, I'm just going to do one poof in each section, and I'm going to do 10 inches. So I'm just going to measure it on this. I'm just going to twist this a couple of times because I'm going to be putting other things in it. I'm going to measure 10 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off this end. And I'm just going to tuck that underneath. And the next thing I'm going to do is cut 6 of these at 30 inches. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the black. I'm going to cut 6 of these. Okay, now I'm gonna cut 3 of the black at 24 inches. And then 3 of the white with black at 24 inches. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is roll this a couple of times. Then I'm gonna put a clip on it. And I'll roll the other end a couple of times. And I'm gonna undo the pipe cleaner, put this in, the same thing with the black one. Okay, and we're just gonna go the rest of the way around. Okay, so here is the inner ring. And now I'm gonna do the same thing on the outer ring, only I'm gonna put like 1 black one and 1 white and black in each section. Now these ones are a little longer, so you'll be able to roll them. I think I roll it like 3 times before I start crunching it. I'm gonna put a pipe cleaner in there. And then just take and wrap this around it. And then I'm gonna do a white one. Actually, then I'm gonna stick this pipe cleaner on here before I, just gonna wrap it on there like that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go all the rest of the way around doing the exact same thing. Okay, so this is the base so far. And now I'm gonna figure out which ribbons I'm gonna use and what else I'm gonna do with it. Okay, and now I'm gonna cut 9 of these at 10 inches. I'm just gonna do rolls for these ones. So every place where it's black, there's a black mesh, I'm going to undo the pipe cleaner, and then I'm gonna just roll this. And I'm just gonna tuck it in here. Pull on the pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to cut the ends of the pipe cleaner just so they're small. And I'll tuck it under. And I'm gonna twist, just gonna fold that up. And pull that up just so it's kind of in the middle. And I just cut the ends off again, tuck it over so that you can't really see it in there, and then just kind of fluff the black up and the yellow. And then if there's loose edges, I do go back and trim those up. Pull them out. And then I'm just gonna go the rest of the way around and do that for the other yellow rolls. Okay, so I've decided on ribbon, and I'm gonna do the yellow and black polka dot with the bees, and the black and yellow stripes with the black and white polka dots. And what I'm gonna do now is inside of each of the white with the black stripe, I'm gonna take these, and I actually dovetailed them, and these are 13 inches long, and I'm gonna fold it in half so I can see where the middle is. Just kind of scrunch it up. Put it inside the pipe cleaner. And twist it up. And then the same thing that I did with the other one, I'm gonna clip off the ends and tuck them under. I'm gonna fluff this back up. And then I'm gonna take these and spread them out. Like that. And what I decided I was gonna do was I'm gonna do every other one. I'm gonna do, like this one's the bumblebee. So then on the next one, I'm going to undo the twist tie, or the pipe cleaner. And I'm gonna do the black and white polka dot with the yellow stripe. And again, these are 13 inches long. Sometimes I do 3 ribbons in a bundle, sometimes I do 2. This time I'm just gonna do 2. So basically every other one will have the bee and then the other one will have the stripe with the polka dots. Then I'm just gonna twist that up, trim off the ends again. See if I can actually, if you can see that. And then I just fold that over so it's not showing. And then I just try to pull this back up to kind of fluff it up. And then just take the ribbon. And I usually do this at the end, but I will show you. I have these that came off from the little mesh rolls, and I will take it and it just helps roll, make these have like a little nice roll to them. And I usually do that at the end, but that's just something else that I do. And then I'm just gonna go the rest of the way around this, and then I will show you how I do my sign. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is make my bow. So this is the bowdabra. I just have a piece of jute that I'm gonna slide in here and tuck underneath. And then I have 6 different ribbons, so I've added a couple other ones that were not in the wreath. And I use this to measure, and I don't like my bows really big, so I usually make the loop about 3.5 to 4 inches. So then I just bring it down. That, and then you're gonna twist it so that the nice side will be up when you bring it over. And then on this side, you're gonna do the same thing. Done with that. I'm just going to cut the end. The next, the black one, so basically now we're going to do the exact same thing. Twist it. And then I usually make each loop a little bit smaller than the one above it. Okay, twist it again. Basically you're just, oops, I forgot to cut this one open. Basically you're just going to do this all the way down with the rest of them. And most of my ribbon that I'm using today has either come from Craft Outlet or actually, I think everything I'm using today is Craft Outlet. I do like to use the Sam's ribbon also, but I don't think any of it is Sam's today. And I do like to get it from Craft Outlet because you can get the 50-yard rolls. And it's actually it's a really good price. It's not quite as good as Sam's, but it's still a good price for how much you're getting. Okay, so now we're gonna take the jute, pull it up. Just pull it as tight as you can and take it out. And then flip it over. And then I just tie it 2 or 3 times. Okay, so then the next step, we're gonna pull the first ribbon out and we're gonna trim the tails. And usually, I cut them on an angle, but I always start out a little bit longer than I think because you can always go back and take more up, but you can't add it back on if you cut it too short. So then the next one, the loop will go on this side. And the tail will go over here. And I try to make the tail a little bit shorter than what the ribbon is. It's not always exactly, but so then the next one, the loop goes on this side. And the tail comes over here. And again, you just keep doing it back and forth until you get to the top. Okay, then on the other side, like the tail was on this side, so you want the loop to be on that side. And then the tail will be on this side. The loop's on this side, the tail's on this side. have to cut through the bee, but I think I need to cut him a little shorter. He's too long. And I can tell right now that this one is too long compared to the rest of them. Okay, so then the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a pipe, I'm gonna flip it over and put a pipe cleaner on, and I'm gonna tie it on with this jute, because then I can stick it through the wreath and attach it with a pipe cleaner. And then I'm gonna cut off the ends of this so it doesn't show on the wreath. Okay, so then it's like this, and I'm going to grab my wreath. I'm gonna move some of the stuff out of the way, and then I'll show you how I attach it to the wreath. Okay, so I am going to attach my bow right here, and so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put this down in between the wires, and then I'm gonna take this side and pull it down on the other side. And I'm not gonna pull it in real tight, I just kinda want it to sit on the top. So let me turn this over so you can see. And then I'm just gonna take it and wrap it around a few times just to make sure that's exactly where I want it. Turn that off real quick. Okay, so I have it here. And then I'm gonna go through and just kind of separate it. Fluff it up. Sometimes these get stuck to the mesh. Okay, so there's the bow, and then the last thing I'd need to do is go get my computer. I'm going to print off the sign that I want to use for this. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do with this sign, this has a special sublimation coating on it, and I have some rubbing alcohol. I'm just wiping to make sure there's no fingerprints on it for me picking it up. Okay, and then this is the design. And then I'm going to take the sign and just flip it upside down and center it. Then I'm going to take heat transfer tape. And tape it down on all four sides. These heat gloves are very important because when you take it off, it's going to be very hot. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off the heat press and take it over and take the tape off. Okay, so now I'm going to take the tape off, peel the back off. And then I'm just gonna let it cool. That's what the sign looks like. And then I will attach it to the wreath. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, I have these 1.8 mm Euro punch, like little, it's like a little metal cutter, and I used to put things on the back, but they always end up falling off. So then I just try to find the center. And do the same thing on the top. I usually do 4 holes. I'm gonna try to do 2, and I don't have any black pipe cleaners, so I'm gonna see what it looks like with white. Otherwise, I might have to wait until I have black ones to attach the sign. Okay, I don't have any black pipe cleaners, but I'm just gonna show you at least how I would usually attach it. Just stick this down through there. Okay, and then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put it on the wreath. Okay, and then what I usually do, since this, I'm trying to find something white so that you can't tell that it's in there. And I'm just going to try to tuck it down in. And that might work. I might be able to just tuck it in behind the ribbons. I'm just going to twist it a little bit till I get the top one hooked. That might be down too tight. Okay, I'll probably go back and still change out this pipe cleaner so that it's black and you can't see it. But then the last thing that I'm gonna do is just kind of curl the ribbons. And then I'm just gonna go the rest of the way around the wreath and curl all those.